You are a law officer.
Yeah, I know. So why would you give a B.O.L.O?
So you don't harass anyone.
Harass? That would be unlawful, correct?
Yeah.
Harassment?
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because you just contradicted yourself.
You want to look our best when you're around if you're going to video.
You want to look your best at all times, not just when you're being videoed, correct?
Absolutely.
Alright, so
here we are again, guys. Another video of the world's biggest gang warning other gang members that a law-abiding journalist and person of the public is in town and to be on their best behavior so they do not be caught in their tyrannical ways. I have reported on this department many times, even starting an internal affairs investigation on one officer and getting her fired for drinking and drugging on the job. Their other tactics are to try to intimidate me and get my identification for documenting emergency incidences, or committing crimes on camera, pushing my camera away from them so they cannot be recorded in their duties. Here's another example of them calling out a B.O.L.O to warn the rest of the officers in town that I am in town and to be on their best behaviors.
Hold all units. Mr. Matson's in the back parking lot videoing. Use the telephone and we'll dispatch you via the telephone until he leaves so he doesn't get any radio transmissions.
About 3 years back, I warned Abrahamson of saying my name over the radio after I had an interaction with him where he realized who I was halfway through the interaction.
I know.
You know who I am?
Yeah.
How do you know who I am?
Okay.
Alright.
Can I get you guys' name and badge number, please?
My name's Dan, number 9.
Alright.
Alright, have a nice day, sir.
Thank you. That was Abraham, 38. Thank you, sir. You guys got the roll call then. You know who I am. Good old walk of shame, guys.
To be clear, Mr. Matson looking for video.
They just said my name over the radio. Think you should be saying a law-abiding citizen's name over the radio? Now remember what these two guys look like and check out this video that has also been posted to YouTube.
Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! He's doing his job! 271 Don't come near me! Get away from me! Listen to me! Get away from me! He's doing his job!
Yeah, he's a detective.
As you can see, Officer Abrahamson is full of gang tattoos and it's easy to identify him even from a distance. As you can see in this video, the still screenshot, you can see the tattoos on his hands. In this incident, the description states that the person being arrested was arrested for gun charges and that Officer Abrahamson used excessive force in choking and assaulting the person in front of their children, and the other officer had stepped in to stop the excessive force. This officer, Officer Abrahamson, who is now a sergeant for the Beverly Police Department, was on the other side of a civil lawsuit back in 2012, and a Beverly business owner blamed him for pulling him over at a traffic stop and putting a gun to his head. This Beverly business owner also accuses this officer of having an affair with his wife, who is also a Beverly police officer. She is actually a detective for the Beverly Police Department. Now you might see why this officer would put out a B.O.L.O for a law-abiding citizen with a camera, so he does not get caught in his tyrannical ways. Sorry for the long introduction, but I appreciate you all for the support. All contact information will be in the description. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below.
FYI for everyone on the road, Thomas Matson's in town. He's on a bicycle, red hat, red sweatshirt.
So I just rode past this cop on detail in Beverly, and soon after I passed by, he radioed out that I was in town and gave my description. So I was going to continue on my way, but...
Roger, 3226.
6 Murphys.
Aaron, can you just assist Essex straight up at the hospital?
Since they want to give a B.O.L.O that I'm out, and about in their town, then I'll go back and ask them some questions.
Thank you. 23rd control motor vehicle stop. Jackson at Broad, Bass Ridge to Delta Lima Victor 23 to DLV 23, gray Volvo, 1 occupant. Roger.
Hey Sarge, you Abrahamson?
Yes.
Oh, what's the badge number? What's your badge number?
38.
38? Alright, I just want to get the radio transmission that you were warning everyone I was in town. I don't know why you do that to a law-abiding citizen.
You are law-abiding.
Yeah, I know. So why would you give a
So you
B.O.L.O.
don't harass anyone.
harass? That would be unlawful, correct? Harassment?
I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, because you just
You
contradicted
want to look
yourself.
our best when you're around if you're going to video.
You want to look your best at all times, not just when you're being videoed, correct?
Absolutely.
All right. So why would it matter that I'm in town videoing you guys?
Have a good day.
I mean, people want to know.
What do they want to know?
They want to know why you would have to warn your other police officers that I'm in town to look their best because I'm in town. That I could be coming around every corner. Why would you have to warn them?
Why would I have to warn them?
Yeah, because they should be at their best behavior at all times, not just when you know.
Engage with you, that's why.
Why would you not engage with me? I don't even
Give
try
me
to
video
engage.
content.
Unless you give me a reason to engage, I don't engage. Like, I just went by you and said hello.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have turned around unless I didn't hear the radio transmission.
I don't care.
So you guys bring it on to yourselves.
By saying hello?
No, I just went by. I didn't even film that because
Yeah.
it was just a hello. I saw you on your phone here, just chilling on your phone for a couple minutes. I didn't say nothing about it. I just rode by. But then when you have to
You
warn,
want to know, my truck got totaled, so now I'm in a pinch to find a new car.
okay, and you should be doing that on the clock while you're on a
Yeah,
detail.
I found that out today.
Oh, okay.
I have a rental.
Yeah.
So I need to get a vehicle so I can go to and from work.
So you do that while you're on the clock?
That I have to get a vehicle to drive to and from work.
You do that on the clock though?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. Why you should be looking out for traffic for your safety and our safety of the
So
public?
You coming, didn't I?
You didn't though, until I was in front of you.
You came from behind me. Get off the train.
Yeah, no I didn't. I didn't get off the train.
You get off the
I
train.
came from North Beverly. From Beverly Bikes. I just got my bike. I just got my bike from over there. So that
Take a video of the eyes in the back of the head.
just as much as you knew I got off the train, you weren't looking out for your own officer safety. You guys are so into that officer safety, but you're looking at your phone most of the time. You guys don't care about officer safety unless it's a benefit to you to do something to us.
Yeah, you do.
Doing the usual.
Yeah. All right, have a good one. Last truck? Hey, good.
Roger.
You guys get body cams yet?
No, the city didn't want to pay for them.
No?
We wanted them.
You do?
Yeah.
That's good.
We when we were in our last round of contract negotiations, the city had body cams on the table,
Yeah.
and when we asked for Salem has them, right?
Yeah, Salem.
We asked for the equivalent of whatever it was
That day.
Salem negotiated.
Yeah.
And when we asked for money, the city said we don't want body cams.
Now, did they give you a number of how much you guys were over or anything?
Over what?
Like over there, what they wanted to give?
No.
See, that's something I would like to go into the city hall and push for. And that Salem, even the chief said that
I would agree with you.
I helped them get that because
We would
of
love to have body cams.
yeah, it's good. It's a benefit for everybody.
Absolutely, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, so
But I think what the city's
if they're coming in right
back
here,
I think what the city's going to do is wait for the state to mandate it.
yeah,
I mean,
then
they're
they'll
gonna
have to.
pay for the equipment either way, so
Yeah.
I don't understand.
yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
it's what it is.
All right, man. See, these are the short conversations I don't mind having at all. It's
A lot of the guys, well, I say guys, you know, officers,
yeah,
we wanted them
Yeah.
because I mean, you could. The cameras tell the truth.
yeah,
People lie.
yeah,
And, you know, when people want to discredit like officers and make accusations,
Yeah.
which is, you know, not regularly, but
Yeah.
it happens.
Yeah, of course.
And if you have video you can go to say it did or it didn't happen, or
Yeah.
it didn't happen like they said it happened, or...
And not only that, you guys can use it to look back to make sure you get your reports correct
Yeah.
and everything else. It's a big benefit.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. You have to, probably a staffing issue too, because
Yeah.
it's my understanding that there has to be like essentially a keeper of the records.
yeah,
So if you're generating hours upon hours of video a day
yeah,
on call after call after call,
Yeah.
and it's all got to be reviewed and cleared and stored,
yeah.
and then, you know, people like yourself or anybody that files a
Make records
a
requests.
records request,
Yeah.
it's got to be dug through, and
Yeah.
it's probably
There's a lot more than
full-time job
there's a lot more
for
than people
somebody.
think. Just put the body cams on them.
right.
There's a lot more to it, but
Yeah.
I know all the cities are slowly starting. Swampscott got some.
Yeah.
Lynn has had them.
Yeah.
Salem, I think PVD's talking about getting them now.
Yeah.
I know Ipswich has had them for a while.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Or
which
you're
is
like the only place that doesn't have one.
one of the only from around this area. I'm not sure about Danvers, but yeah. So, all right, man. You have a good day, man.
Control to Delta 2. Go ahead. Here's some property down here behind H1.
For those of you that want a little more information about this department, I will add a segment from the Internal Affairs investigation video that I published of Courtney Brennan, who was drinking and drugging on the job. I highlighted some of the other reasons they have hit the headlines, including favoring for hiring within the police force, the family members of other officers, and another officer that was shot by another police department's officer for having an affair with his wife. I appreciate all the support. Please drop a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you keep an eye out for some new publications in the near future. Much love, respect, and appreciation.
Ex-Beverly Police Officer Courtney Brennan. It is the full Internal Affairs Investigation Report. This report discloses that she was drinking and drugging on the job. She was intoxicated while driving and having her service weapon on her. She admits to being drunk and or intoxicated while on duty at least 5 times. She admits to drinking vodka straight out of the bottle during her lunch and or dinner break. This all started from a viewer sending me an email anonymously with the picture of Courtney Brennan posing as a... Once I received this email, I then took that picture and emailed Courtney Brennan through her police email and asked her for comment, because I did not know if this was real or not. Well, the picture was absolutely real, and I put in a public records request for any Internal Affairs Investigation report back on February 16th, as you see here. I got a response from the chief himself on February 24th, as you see here. This email was simply stating that they had received my request, and this was 8 days later. I reached out again on March 16th, 2022, informing them that they were well past the 10 business days that they had to respond or give an excuse of why they cannot fulfill this request within the 10 days. The chief's response in that same day was he believed the city solicitor had sent me an email explaining the period of appeal had not yet run. Therefore, the MGL, it is still considered under investigation. Again, let me remind you, this is March 16th when I put in my original request on February 16th, and their original response was on February 24th. But as we see on the Internal Affairs report, their investigation was finished February 18th, 2 days after my initial request. And look who signed it, the chief, the one that said it was still under investigation on March 16th. But this doesn't surprise me coming from the chief that favorably hired friends and family of other police officers ahead of actual real good candidates that would be good police officers. As you see here, one friend or family member was picked over a Cambridge firefighter. This person had multiple license suspensions and even a fight in high school that made the victim have 2 surgeries. Another incident that happened that is worth mentioning, because the officer is still with that police department, is the officer-involved shooting that happened because of the alleged affair between a Beverly police officer and a Hamilton police sergeant's wife. The police sergeant from Hamilton met up with the Beverly police officer and shot him in the groin area and then returned to the parking lot later on and himself. As this internal affairs investigation states, this behavior was over a 2-year period, and if they didn't know about this behavior over 2 years, you have to question their training in noticing people under the influence of drugs and or alcohol. She didn't have glossy eyes, she didn't have bloodshot eyes, never slurred speech. She admitted to drinking vodka straight from the bottle during her lunch and dinner breaks. And if they did know about these things, about very dangerous criminal behavior, not just for the officers, but for the public that they say they are there to protect, this department completely failed the public. And the only reason why any of this came forward is because they got that picture that I sent them in the email, and they had to address that. Therefore, they investigated all of the rest of her behaviors and used that to fire her. Before I get into the actual internal affairs investigation report, I'm going to show you this video that I found on YouTube of Beverly police officers getting into it with each other. And this is what happens when they think nobody is watching.
Get away from me! Get away from me! Get away from me! You're going to go out! Don't come near me! Get away from me! Listen to me! Get away from me!
Thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Much love, respect, and appreciation.